Clara Schumann was born Clara Weick in Leipzig, Germany on September 13, 1819. Her father, Friedrich Weick, was a piano teacher and music dealer, and her mother, Marianne, was a concert pianist. Clara started taking piano lessons from her father, and as her talents developed, he decided to try to make his daughter into a musical prodigy. She studied not only piano, but also music theory and composition with the top teachers in Leipzig. In 1830, Clara gave her first full recital at age 11. She also met the love of her life when Robert Schumann began taking piano lessons with Clara's father and rented a room in the family home. By the mid-1930s, the two were passionately in love. Their relationship was deepened by their common musical interests. They played the piano together, studied works by other composers together, and increasingly exchanged compositional ideas. Robert Schumann proposed marriage in 1837, but Clara's father refused to give his permission for the match. The two lovers wrote each other letters in code, became engaged in secret, and eventually took Friedrich Weick to court to obtain the right to marry. Robert and Clara won their case and married on September 12, 1840, a day before her 21st birthday. Robert Schumann had always encouraged Clara to compose, and he arranged for her music to be published. However, public opinion of the time was that women should stay home and raise children, and Clara Schumann had 8 of them between 1841 and 1854. Robert Schumann pushed his wife to be domestic, and she was only allowed to tour as a pianist when the family's finances became shaky. Despite these obstacles, Clara managed to have a career during the 1840s. She got positive responses when publishing her own works. Clara presented a style that was not a clone of her husband's, but drew on influences from various other composers, including Felix Mendelssohn and Frédéric Chopin. Her piano trio in G minor, written with 4 small children in the house, is often considered Clara's greatest work. The last years of Robert Schumann's life were difficult ones for both Robert and Clara. She was left to raise 8 children alone when Robert became delusional and aggressive and was institutionalized. Clara resumed touring and composing in order to support the family. Her 3 romances for violin and piano, published in 1855, have passages of deep sadness. She did not realize how serious her husband's condition was until she visited him shortly before his death in 1856. After Robert's death, Clara stopped composing almost completely. If Robert Schumann's death put an end to Clara's compositional career, it had the opposite effect on her performing. With both freedom and financial motivation, she restarted her performing career and gained international acclaim. She moved to Berlin in 1857 and was considered one of the elite musicians of the city. She also played a large role in establishing the permanent status of Robert Schumann in piano repertoire. In her later years, Clara taught piano at the Hack Conservatory in Frankfurt am Main, Germany. She continued to perform until 1891, and she died in Frankfurt on May 20, 1896. In the gender-biased culture of her time, many people find Clara Schumann and her remarkable life extremely compelling.